Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Space Marine 1. And in this episode, I hope you guys got your death counters ready, and I hope you also are ready for a lot of crazy things going on in the story of this game. Let me go ahead and first start off this episode by thanking the channel members as usual. Thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Mooncheese, Cameron, Franklin, Shadowfighter Pro, JT, Michael, and Pfeiffer. Thank you guys all so much for those channel memberships. Sorry, that's a little scratchy today. But yes, we are now recording in 1440p. Every single video from July 7th, 2025 will now be in 1440p, including the Space Marine Chaos, Space Marine series and the Chaos Gate series. But yes, we are going to mosey on down here, taking out the remainder of the automated turrets here. The las cannon is the best weapon for this by far. And you'll see later on, I think it's in this episode and the next, when I start getting punished for not actually keeping the las cannon and using the plasma cannon instead. Man, that thing is hot garbage in my opinion. I wish it would just shoot when you fully charge the shot up. When we get to that point in the video, I think it might be in the next episode. Yeah, it probably is. But when we get to that point in the series, I will be ranting about how shitty the plasma cannon is. We have already experienced it a little bit, as in when we were fighting that ship. But good God, that thing was terrible. Oh, got hit by a rocket there. Those rocket sentries and the gun sentries are they don't fuck around, man. They are no joke. So you definitely have to be ready and prepared to take on those when you are in this section of the game. And like I said before, I hope you guys got your death counters ready, because I think it's in this episode or the next where we get absolutely punished for playing poorly, and it's 100% my fault. Come on, Ghost. There's a giant drop pod there. Figure it out, buddy. We have unlocked the Supreme Fury. This is just the upgraded version of the Melee Fury. It is quite a big upgrade. It makes you move a lot faster. It makes melee swinging a lot faster. It just makes you overall a lot quicker when you are using that Fury.
Security measures will be down shortly, Captain. I'm afraid they were the only thing keeping the orcs outside, however.
But you will be able to fire the weapon.
Indeed.
We had better do so quickly. This place will be awash with orcs before long.
Of course. Security systems disabled.
Authorization recognized. Releasing safeguard.
Please proceed to the generator room.
All right, Drogon, I will stroll my happy ass on down to the generator room as you have lovingly commanded me to do. I am just merely a pawn of the Inquisition here. This upgraded bolter is rather nice. It deals with the chaff, if you will, so much better. But of course, there is no replacing a good old power axe there, and you can see how much faster Titus moves with that Supreme Fury. It is rather nice indeed. You gotta watch out for the squigs here. They do tend to fuck you up pretty bad, and I almost died there. Yeah, don't let grenades go off next to you, and don't let the squigs go off next to you.
Power core, Captain.
Do we risk exposure again?
Only if you drop the canister.
Don't fucking drop it, Butterfingers. That would be a twist for sure. Just fucking drops the canister.
Captain. Your time carrying
Something about Drogon is throwing me off here. His voice is a little too corrupted. I am foreshadowing here, of course. We all know what's gonna happen here. This game came out in 2011. It's not like this is a huge spoiler, but yeah, Drogon is not what he seems, to say the least.
What do you need me to do, Inquisitor?
You'll need to manually restart the array alignment. Forcibly, if you must.
Where?
In the firing chamber. Board the lift, Ultramarines.
All right, looks like we got to take on yet another elevator up to the mission objective here. This game is just a series of elevators. I think they use the doors and the elevators as loading screens. It's actually quite clever how they do it. The elevator, of course, will not go until both of your fellow Space Marines have boarded it here. We can see as we go... Oh, we'll let Drogon finish here.
You must reconnect the conduits, Captain, or we're facing an overload that will rip this planet apart.
Understood.
But yes, you can see as we go through the story, and we unlock different Supreme Furies and things like that. We do get some different armor, and we get some upgraded armor. It looks pretty sweet. Just checking and making sure there's nothing above me here. Don't want any more squigs dropping down from the ceiling. That would be quite unideal.
No mercy.
Now, playing in 1440 was a bit of a... it kind of threw me off for a little bit, I'll be honest with you. It was definitely a little bit of an adjustment. I didn't have to like change my sensitivity or anything, but yeah, it was a bit weird having so much screen real estate, man. 3.8 million pixels is maybe too much for my eyes. Who knows? I'm looking at 1080p for 15 years. So it's definitely an adjustment, but I can tell you, man, does it look good. Nope, Ghost, that's not an explosive pipe. I know there's a red marking on it, and I know you're trained to shoot red markings, but no, you do have to go around to the left over here. I wish you could use ladders, too. That would be really cool. Just a nice little feature. Like, a lot of games from this era didn't have that kind of mobility, or, you know, if it was, it would be scripted into a cutscene. But we are ready to activate the weapon here. We're going to open up the obelisk here, if you will. And man, that is a beautiful sunset. And no, Ghost, you can't go over that pipe to go get a better view at the whole city. I apologize for any viewers who may have epilepsy. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, shit.
Been looking for you, Space Marine. You've got something of mine.
It appears we are going to have to fight the orc war boss here. Grimskull. Oh, achievement there. What in the hell? The weapon did not work. It has not killed any of the orcs.
Damn that Drogon! Never trust the Inquisition.
Stand fast, Ultramarines.
I'm with Sidonis there.
You orcs.
Yeah, that's a few orcs and then one really big orc there, Titus.
Was that supposed to hurt?
Fucking love Grimskull, dude. He's so funny. Oh, this is unexpected. Oh yeah, you're fucked, buddy. Oh, see you later. That's the end of Grimskull. Oh shit. You're not an orc or a demon. This is not good. Oh no. Oh shit. It's happening. The thing is happening. They're doing the thing. Titus, he's not on our side anymore. Let him go.
Served you well, Lord Nimrod.
Traitor. I see. My servant did all that I hoped and more. But he would never have succeeded without you, Captain Titus. Thanks to these brave space marines, we have broken through to this reality. The blessed gateway. Clever fool. You seem surprisingly able to resist my touch, Titus of the Ultramarines. And that of the war, which impressed my servant to no end. Ah, you think the Inquisitor a traitor. But Drogon has been dead since before you first met. You have been used by my puppet of flesh and bone. Ah! Whoa! I ain't so easy to kill.
He's back. Oh shit. He sacrificed himself there a little bit. Kind of
We need an exit.
To the lift.
noble there. But yes, Drogon has been dead since we have landed on the world. He was just a mere puppet of the Chaos's design. Of course, the power axe here. Oh, whoa. They can phase shift. Interesting. But yes, the power axe is quite adept at dealing with these damned demons here. I guess that's kind of redundant, but yes, I digress. And the explosive bolter is also quite good at dealing with these guys. You just mostly want to melee these guys. Just don't let them get too many hits off on you. They do quite a bit of damage, and they can fuck you up. So just be careful. Floor 1, please. But yes, we have unleashed chaos upon this world.
Of course we did. His Inquisitor puppet manipulated.
Yes, Leandros, we did. We were fools.
And before, the false Inquisitor sent the distress call.
I don't think so, Leandros. The man's urgency, his fear. I believe that was the real Drogon, facing certain death.
And it found him.
But not at the Orcs' hands. Somehow the agents of Chaos were already here.
They used the death of Drogon to lure us to Graya and to carry out their bidding here. The Meltagun also pretty good at dealing with these guys. I would say it's not the most efficient if you do have a lot of them swarming you. It can be a pretty good tool to take these guys out. You can take out multiple in one shot there, but you do see that you have to be quite close to do so. So I would recommend heavy weapons or the melee weapons. I mean, of course, the new bolt rifle there. Ghost, there's a thing there. You need to go back and get that. Ghost, you need to go back and get that. I don't think I ever go back and get it. Unfortunately, missed a free upgrade there. Hopefully they give it to me sometime in the future. I'm not exactly sure. I really hope they do. Perfect spot for a grenade there, though. I ain't need no damn upgrade. I don't need your pity.
Keep moving.
But yes, we're gonna head over to this lovely little green marked switch, and yeah, I guess I do not go back for that upgrade. I missed an upgrade. That kind of sucks, honestly. I didn't even notice that until I'm watching this back. I just completely ignored that.
Then we must cut the link between warp gates.
Maybe it was just a weapon. Who knows?
We use Invictus.
Oh, this is some.
Sever the orbital spire.
At that range, will The Titan's cannon be effective.
Some interesting scenery here.
Use the power source
Reminding
to
me
our
more of
advantage
Space Marine 2.
to supercharge Invictus. We need to reach that Titan.
But yes, we are going back towards the Titan Manufactorum, and we are going to release the Titan upon the Forge World of Graia to protect the Imperium of Man. Was expecting to find a servo skull here, but I guess not. Come on, devs. That's a perfect spot to hide a servo skull. Some explosive barrels over here. Go ahead and shoot those. Hey, there it is. I knew there was one around here. I'm like a drug dog. I can just sniff it out. This game really plays on, if you have like old school gaming experience, so like anything like prior like 2012, you will, well, I guess like prior 2015 really, you will feel very much at home in this game.
The power source past 1 million orcs. It needed help.
And we obliged.
I was deceived. I am responsible for chaos breaking through to this world.
And this is ooh, Iron Halo. There we go. So it acts like an overshield to your armor here, as you can see with the lovely explanation here. But yes, this game plays much like an old school single player game. You know, it's just single player. It has a multiplayer, but the single player is the primary mode of the game. It's not like Space Marine 2 where the multiplayer is the primary mode, or where, you know, it reminds me of something like Call of Juarez or Mass Effect kind of esque. It definitely plays on those games for sure. It also reminds me of stuff like Half-Life with the story. It is this game has just been masterfully crafted, and we see some Chaos Space Marines there. Las Cannon quite adept at taking those guys out. A headshot will do. But these are Chaos Cultists. They are not Guardsmen. The Chaos Cultists here, they are not the Chaos Cultists of, you know, your Gen Zers. These are old school Chaos Cultists. They throw grenades at you and they will fuck you up. Yeah, these are not the Chaos Cultists of Space Marine 2. These are 2011 Chaos Cultists where they will fuck you up without mercy. They will absolutely kill you. So you do need to actually treat them as a valid threat. And the worst part is they don't die in one shot like they do in Space Marine 2. So you need to be quite careful with those guys. Those grenades are very deadly. They will strip your armor quicker than you can say for the Emperor. And you will be in a very, very bad situation very, very quickly. Another Stalker bolt rifle there. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the ammo there. Just double checking I still have my las cannon.
Speak then.
You held the unshielded power source again, Captain. And again, you emerged from the exposure unscathed. The Codex
Shut up,
establishes
Leandros.
that those in league with Chaos can withstand the warp's touch.
You forget yourself, Ultramarine.
Leandros, I do not take this warp resistance lightly. But the search for answers must wait until after we deal with this chaos invasion.
What if that is too late?
Leandros, enough. We need to keep moving.
Oh, they really need to give Leandros the nickname Mouth. Seriously, this guy does not shut up about his precious Codex Astartes and what the ecclesiarchy would describe as a devout follower. Man, he does not. He just really does not shut up about the Codex, man. Like, Leandros, we are actively fighting a chaos invasion. Shut your mouth and shoot your gun. Gonna grab some ammo there. As you can see, you will get shredded by those Chaos Space Marines, and those grenades do a ton of damage, man. These Chaos Cultists also do a ton of damage. You can dodge roll out of the way of those missiles there, but then just use your las cannon to take these boys out. I'm gonna come in here for an execution, but I'm actually gonna get stunned there, and then I'm gonna get fucked up. But I'm gonna pop the Supreme Fury to keep myself alive here, hopefully. Wanted to go for an execution on these guys, but not in the cards for me. The executing is a little bit buggy in this game. to be honest with you, but it's 2011. Who cares? Gonna throw a grenade there. Try to throw a grenade there. Try to throw 2 grenades there. Gonna stun that guy there, and then I'm gonna try to come over here for an execution because I want to see what the Chaos Space Marines execution looks like, but he's gonna go ahead and just fade off into non-existence there. Excuse me, Sedonis, I'm trying to come through here. Excuse me, pardon me. There we go. See, folks, it just takes a little bit of kindness and a little bit of polite manners to get Sedonis out of your way.
My lords, help us!
Oh, the Imperial Guard. Oh, that looks like a great spot to throw a grenade. There you go, Ghost. Yeah, maybe it was in the next episode when I died a lot. I haven't died yet this episode. But don't worry, it's coming.
They were on us almost immediately.
Captain Titus, are you there? This is Lieutenant Mira. This whole planet has gone mad.
The forces of chaos are invading this world. We must get to the Titan and destroy that warp gate.
I know what route to take. I deployed troops to man outposts between the Calcus facility and Bastion Primus. From there, you can access the rail network and cross to Manufactorum Ajakis.
Understood. I will meet you there.
All right, we are going to try and attempt to get to the Manufactorum. And remember what I said about death? Yeah, this part is dangerous for sure. I end up going up here to attempt to take the high ground away from the orcs here, the damned orcs. And those rocket boys are quite deadly indeed, but this explosive bolter actually deals with them decently well. I'm gonna come in with the power axe, of course, to finish that one off there. I'm gonna come around the left flank here, and I'm gonna get a very good view of the entire battlefield. I really need to be using the las cannon here, and you can see me using it here. Checking out the orcs to my left there. 2 shots for those guys takes them out, but of course if you miss, it doesn't do anything at all. But we are completely surrounded here, and I almost blew myself up there with my own grenade. But yes, I was able to get a grenade through that little window there to put some pain up on those orcs. I should have stayed up on that platform there, honestly, because now I'm just letting myself be entirely surrounded by the forces of chaos and the orcs, which is not a very good idea indeed. And remember, las cannon for these rocket guys, or grenades, or explosive weapons, any kind of heavy weapon in general will deal with these guys a lot better than just the bog standard bolter. I'm gonna come in here and try to stun this guy to get some health back, but I'm already full health, so it's kind of just a waste to be doing it. But we have made it to the elevator, so gonna just go for a charge on that guy there. We are being shot from above here. There are some rocket guys all the way up high. We're gonna go ahead and activate this. This should teleport Sedonis in there, and then have Leandros glitch into the elevator there, into his spot.
I'm surprised the place is standing at all.
Going down, please. See, this is how you hide loading screens. And remember, this is back in 2011. Everyone praised Jedi Fallen Order and other games like that for hiding the loading screens. But this game was doing it way back in 2011.
Get yourself together right now.
Yes, Mom.
The other platoons are going to fall back towards the Bastion. Hold this position, or they'll be cut off. Greetings, Ultramarines.
What is your situation, Lieutenant?
As well as can be hoped, considering we are surrounded on all sides by the enemy horde. We're heading back to the command post, Captain.
And there's the lovely Lieutenant Mira briefing us on what our next objective is going to be. And we are using the explosive bolter here to take out some of these guys. Oh, getting stuck on the geometry. Lovely. Blast cannon there to take these boys out. Coming out into the open here was kind of a mistake. I need to be shielding myself from as many enemies as possible here. Trying to shoot the guys off in the distance. They're trying to go 2 for 1. I'm gonna run out of las cannon ammo if I don't conserve it properly. But yeah, just moving out into the open here is just a terrible idea. You're just gonna take a lot of damage. And I end up hitting an explosive barrel there with my power axe, which was very, very stupid on my part. Can use the las cannon to take out the rocket boys. And you can see the explosive bolter does do a good job when you get up to close range, but when you are any amount of distance away, oh, Serval skull, just out in the middle and open, out in the middle of the open there. Usually they're quite hidden, but I guess if you were in intense combat, you would definitely miss that. Yeah, you need to use cover. Even though you can't take cover in this game, you need to use the cover. Of course, there is no concealment when you're an 800-pound tank walking around. But yes, you do need to use objects that obstruct the enemy's views, because then they will shoot at your allies and not you. And of course, your allies have unlimited health. You do not. Coming up behind the orcs here on a little flanking mission. The chaos troops are shooting us there in the side, but we need to take these guys out first. We need to take the high ground away from these orcs. I'm gonna come up here and just go for the old melee charge attack there. The tried and true power axe. This is honestly my favorite weapon in the game, is the power axe or the las cannon. It's really a toss up. But little did I remember, there is an amazing weapon called the storm bolter coming up very, very soon. And I'm wasting las cannon shots here on guys that really don't need las cannon shot at them. And I don't know if you heard that little growl, but there are some squigs coming in, and I am very much not paying attention here, and it will be my downfall for sure. This explosive bolter takes those yellow guys out quite a bit quicker than the regular does. There's some squigs coming out. We need to be careful of these guys. I'm looking around for the squigs now. It seems my allies were dealing with them up until this point, but now I need to start dealing with them as we are attempting to push forward here. We have orcs hitting us here from two sides, so it is quite dangerous indeed. I really need to be using the plasma pistol or the las cannon on this shield guy here. But I'm going to go ahead and just pop the Supreme Fury and hack these boys to pieces. That squig going off there did strip my armor, so I need to be a little bit careful here. And down I go. Death counter is at 1. If a job's worth doing, it's worth dying. The lovely Mark Strong narrating the death scene there. And let's take another whack at it. This time, let's not be stupid. I really love how they give you the option to switch melee weapons if you're not feeling the current melee weapon there. The power axe, in my opinion, is the best balance of both worlds here. And this time I'm going to go for melees on these guys because they are alone here, and we can just hack up both of them at the same time. And I'm going to take quite a bit of damage here going up the old bridge. I'm going to decide to use the melt-a-gun to take care of those rocket boys. Any heavy weapon, like I said before, will deal with those rocket boys quite nicely. I'm gonna go for the explosive bolter there. I really need to get up off this bridge, man. These guys coming in behind us are really shredding my armor. If I did not have that iron halo, I would definitely be dead right now. We're gonna blow that guy up there. Take out these last couple of orcs before we head on down. I really need to be using the las cannon here. These guys are, I'm looking for the squigs coming up here. There is some ammo here. But I really need to be using the las cannon to take out these orcs at a long range. Maybe the storm bolter would have been better, but the las cannon, yeah, I really need to just be using it right now. I need to just pull it out and use it. And remember, these guys are armored, so you can really only take them out with heavy weapons. I need to be killing these rocket guys on the high ground, and I'm starting to use a little bit of cover, but the rocket guys don't really care how much cover you have. Should not be running forward against this guy using a melt-a-gun against a shield boy. It does work, don't get me wrong, but there is way too many enemies out here for me to just be standing out in the open like this and taking all of this damage. And I start to realize this, but I feel like I realized it a bit too late. I am going to fall back here and take out this heavy rocket guy. I'm going to eat an explosive squig there. I'm going to eat a rocket. I'm going to eat another squig. And now all of my armor is stripped, and now I'm eating rockets from every single direction possible. We need to take out that top rocket guy. We eventually do get him down, and it looks like my allies have helped me out enough for me to end up surviving here. But goddamn, was that ever close. If I had been alone, I for sure 100% would have died there. Not even a question. Gonna get some ammo there and head over to the old elevator with Lieutenant Mira, Sadonis, a few guardsmen, and the very annoying Leandros.
Well, they'd spit me right out.
Make your report, Jonah.
The Greenskins have been pressing us hard, both down here and at the Bastion proper.
Get ready to fall back to the Bastion. Do not engage Chaos forces directly until I get reinforcements down here to back you up.
Aye, Lieutenant.
All right, they're leaving Guardsman Jonah there to deal with the stragglers behind. Mira is going to send him reinforcements, but we must make... Yes, Mira, I'm already going this way. Come on, catch up. Get with the program here. Do 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 do. Cue the Jeopardy music, people. Oh, I see, Mira. Yes, ladies first. Yes, I'll go first. There you go. I'm the prettiest Ultramarine. I was like, oh, come on, Mira, come on. Come catch all the traps for me. Some dead greenskins there on the floor. Not necessarily a good sign. Some dead guardsmen along with them. The only corpses you're not ever going to see are the forces of chaos, of course, because they go back to the warp when they are dead.
All of them?
They took out the generator. We couldn't defend it against such numbers. We had to fall back.
The Ultramarines and I are almost at your position. Mirror out.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of our time today. Thank you all so much for watching. It has been a pleasure doing these episodes and videos for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the new level of quality. Remember, the channel members and everyone who watches, likes, subscribes, and supports my videos in any way at all is the reason we were able to make this jump in quality. Whenever I get a check from YouTube, I put it in a separate account, and then I pay for channel upgrades, such as a new monitor, a 1440p monitor, so that we can now record in 1440p instead of just upscaling from 1080, which I did on a couple of videos, which was very, very inefficient time-wise, and then also storage-wise and just everything else. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you. Special thanks to the channel members. Thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Mooncheese, Cameron, Franklin, Shadow Fighter Pro, JT, Michael, and Pfeiffer. Thank you guys so much. And if you guys would like to support the quality upgrades and get some benefits, go check out the channel members today. It's linked in the description. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.